Hi friends, today I'm taking out one more problem on Data's method. Buckingham Brothers Bombay have a branch at Nagpur. They send the goods at cost to their branch at Nagpur. They send goods to cost at cost to their branch at Nagpur. Means goods have been consumed sent at cost price. However, direct purchase are also made by the branch for which payments are made at the head office. All the daily collections are transferred from the branch to the head office. From the following, prepare a Nagpur branch account in the books of head office by Data's method. Opening balance impressed cash. When opening balance impressed cash is 2000, closing balance impressed cash also 2000. Please remember, when opening under impressed cash, opening and closing balance will be the same. Sunny Data's opening, stock transferred from head office, and direct purchase. That means here we are having the direct purchases you have seen here. Direct purchases are also made by the branch for which payments are made by head office. That means the stock is consisting of two things: goods transferred by head office, stock from direct purchases. So we are having two types of stock. Repeat once again: stock transferred from head office remaining with the branch, and stock out of direct purchases made by the branch. These two can be called as opening stock. So impressed cash, Sunny Data stock, this will be opening balances. This will be debited to branch account. Cash sales, credit sales, direct purchase. I think closing debtors is missing. So credit sales will be taken to where? Debtors account. Okay, cash sales, of course, this amount will be remitted by branch to whom? Head office. Am I right? This amount will be remitted by branch to head office. Then returns from customers. Returns from customers will be taken to which account? Returns from customers will be taken to debtors. Debtors account. Goods sent to branch from head office. Okay, this will be debited to branch account. Clear? Then next, transfer from head office for petty cash expenses. I have already explained in one of my previous classes discussion. When opening impressed cash and closing impressed cash is same, the petty expenses, transfer for petty expenses is nothing but amount incurred by the petty cashier, which is branch, has been reimbursed. So this should be debited to branch account. Is this clear? This will be debited to branch account. Then bad debts will be taken to debtors. Discount to customers will be taken to debtors. Remittances to head office received by head office, that is cash sent 1,65,000. Remittance to head office not received by head office so far is nothing but cash in transit. Branch expenses directly paid by head office. This is debited to which account? Branch account. Closing balance. So again, direct purchases, closing stock is there. Closing stock from transfer from head office is there. So now point number one, we need to prepare debtors account. But the problem is that when you are preparing debtors account, what is the cash collected from debtors is missing information. Cash collected from debtors, how to find out? See, generally here if you look at, we are having two types of sales: cash sales and credit sales. Cash sales and credit sales. So remittances to head office 1,65,000 plus cash in transit. I told you remittances to head office not received by head office so far has also been remitted, no? So 165 plus 5, 170. This 1,70,000 is inclusive of cash sales also being remitted, no? Try to understand. 1,65,000 remittance to head office received by head office. This is also has been remitted, but it has not been received. It is as good as remittance. So 1,65,000 plus 5, 1,70,000 is total remittance. Total remittance is consisting of two things: cash collected from debtors and cash sales. We got the information of cash sales. Cash sales also will be remitted by a branch to head office. So 170 minus 45 will be getting 1,25,000. Then that 1,25,000 is cash collected from debtors. If that information you can get easily, you can find out closing debtors. This is point number one. Now point number two, direct purchases payment is made by head office has been given. But however, direct purchases are also made by the branch for which payments are made by head office. So here, direct purchases payment made by head office. Transfer from head office for a petty cash. This is also payment made by head office. Branch expenses 30,000. This is also payment by head office. This is clear. This is also payment by head office. So we are having payment by head office, three things: direct purchases, petty cash, and others. Okay. So we start working out this problem. Working notes number one. See, let me start with first closing balance of petty cash. Petty cash is maintained by the branch under impressed system. You know that under this system, a fixed sum of money would always be kept as balance. And expenses incurred during one period say either weekly or monthly, whatever it may be, will be reimbursed in the subsequent period. This you learn in petty cash book impressed system in CA Foundation. So as to maintain uniform cash balance. So as to maintain uniform cash balance. Hence, transfer of rupees 4,000 from head office for petty cash expenses is assumed have been incurred during the year. That is why we are having reimbursement. Okay, therefore, the closing balance of petty cash is rupees 2000. This is for you to understand. This I am giving a note. In the examination, simply under impress system, opening and closing will be same. You can write. Second point. Amount collected from debtors. Received by head office, not received by head office. Received by head office is how much we got in the problem? 1,65,000. Okay. And not received by head office means in transit. ₹5,000. 1,65,000 plus 5. 1,70,000. From this, if I deduct cash sales, what is cash sales we are having? 45,000. Amount collected. This is working notes number 2. Working notes number 3. Memorandum debtors account. You can also do statement wise also, but most of you are good in single entry. I am going by this only for closing balance. Already opening balance has been given. You can see 25,000. We also got the information of credit sales. $1,30,000. Then we got returns. We got bad debts. We got discount. We got bank. Cash collected, working notes number 2. Okay, you can see Returns 3000, bad debts 1000, discount 2000. So it coming to 3000, 1000, 2000. And we also got the amount of bank cash collected, 1,25,000. Then you can get buy balance carried down. $1,55,000 minus 6,000 minus 1,25,000. You're getting 24,000 as closing balance. 24,000 rupees as closing balance. Okay. Now we can go for we can see what else we need. I got closing impressed and closing data, so we can go for branch account now. That's it. Now solution. So the what is that is asking? They are asking you to prepare Nagpur branch account. The books of head office is asking Nagpur branch account. To balance brought down. Impressed cash 2000. Sundry data 25,000. Stock from head office plus direct purchase. That means stock out of direct purchase which is unsold. Stock received from head office has been unsold. $24 plus 16. It is coming to 40,000. It is coming to 40,000. Okay. Then let me take this goods sent to branch from head office. 60,000. It is goods have been sent at cost price, so there is no question of any loading effect on this. Goods sent to branch. To bank, branch expenses incurred by head office. In this A, direct purchases we got, petty cash we got, and other expense. You can see direct purchases 45,000, 45,000, petty cash 4,000, other expenses 30,000, payment by head office 30,000. Come back to credit side. By bank, remittance received by head office. Here I have done already. Not received at head office, nothing but transit. That also should be taken into consideration. Then, why we will be using the term cash in transit. Remittance not received. Remittance not received by head office is 5,000. Then by balance carry down. Closing balance, I told you impressed cash is same. Sundry debtors we got 24,000, no? And then stock again. Stock we are having two things. Direct purchase, then transfer from head office. $10,000 plus 15,000. Okay, now we can go for ascertainment of profit. Take calculator. 1,65,000 plus 1,65,000 plus 5, 1,70,000 plus 2,000 plus 24,000 plus 25,000. 2,21,000. 2,21,000. 2,21,000 minus 2,000 minus 25,000 minus 40,000 minus 60,000 minus 45,000 minus 4,000 minus 30,000. You're getting a profit of 15,000. This is transferred to general P&L account. Profit transferred. Clear to all of you? This is how you should start working out. Now, if the same problem for I think you all are comfortable, if I want to take same problem, whatever the answer we got, 15,000 profit, can we get the same profit if you do final accounts method? So this is what I'm giving the heading here. Like, in fact, he's not asking. This is only to explain. This is also called as reconciliation of profit using branch trading and P&L account also can be done. Reconciliation of profit using branch trading and P&L account also can be done. So we write like this in the books of Buckingham, Bombay. We are preparing Nagpur branch. That is why I told you final accounts method under dependent branches is as good as final accounts. You all are comfortable in doing it. Nagpur branch, P&L account. You can see for the year ending, if that is given, for the year ending 31st December 12. We write to opening stock. The opening stock is consisting of Received from head office 24,000 plus direct purchases 16. You've done it here, no? Same thing, opening stock. Then goods sent to branch is like a purchases for branch. So, but they don't write purchases. Direct purchase they treat as a purchases, but they write here to goods transferred from head office. 60,000 has been given. And direct purchases, we write purchases brackets direct. We got 40,000. You're done already here. Direct purchases. Sorry, 45. So 45. Okay. Then come back to credit side. Trading account credit side, we write sales now. We are having two types of sales. Cash and credit sales. What is cash sales given? 45,000. Credit sales has been given in the problem 130, but we are also having returns now. 130 minus 3, 127. Returns 1,27,000. Closing stock also again same. Ten plus 15. Received from head office 10. Transfer from head office 15. It is coming to 25,000 rupees. Now you can go for totaling of it. Sales I have not written. 145 plus 127. 45,000 plus 1,27,000. It is coming to 1,72,000. 1,72,000 plus 25,000. One lakh 97,000. 1,97,000 minus 40,000 minus 60,000 minus 45,000. You're getting a gross profit of 52. Now this gross profit will be transferred to P&L account. Gross profit brought down 52,000. See, in the debtors method we have debited some expenses here. Of course, direct purchase we have taken here, petty cash and other expenses, bad debts, discount to customers. These expenses will be taken to where? Whatever we have shown in debtors account. Discount, bad debts, returns we have already adjusted from debtors. Sorry, from sales. Bad debts P&L account, discount P&L account. Two, petty expenses 4,000. To bad debts 1,000. To discount to customers. $2,000. And we are also having some branch expense. This is branch expense directly paid by head office. These all are expenses to be taken to profit and loss account. You all are aware of it. $52,000 minus 4,000 minus 1,000 minus 2,000 minus. So you are getting net profit of. So if they are asking you to reconcile, you have to do like this, or else the same problem we can work out like Datas and branch. But how to know, sir? He's asking branch, Nagpur branch account means which method? Datas method only. But we have also learned that even by preparing normal final accounts method also, answer will be the same. That means whatever the method you follow, depending upon the source of information that is given, we will be getting the same answer. We also got under branch account. What is answer? We got 15,000. And here also we got same answer of 15,000. To net profit carried on 15,000. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be winding up this method. We work out 2 more problems. I think so far we have worked out around 5 problems. Tomorrow we take up 2 more problems of Datas method. Then any problem come across 1 or 2, I'll be giving you as a working notes. So I hope you all are following. We'll meet in the next class. And tomorrow we'll be concluding which one? Datas method. Then day after tomorrow onwards we can go for final accounts. Then stock and datas. Then final account. Then wholesale price method. With that we'll be completing inland branches, dependent branches. Then we have to go for independent branches. Then next foreign branch. Okay. So keep on practicing. Keep on working out. This topic is very important one. Definitely there will be question in the examination from this. Okay. Thank you, my dear friends. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you all.